folks. Welcome to another edition of The Healthy Way right here on Love 101 FM, the family station. It's a Tuesday. We head to the dentist on a Tuesday. Yes, today we're talking about how to combat dental anxiety. With us this morning is Chantal Richards, dental hygienist. Hey, Chantal, how are you? Welcome.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for having me, Shivani, and good morning to all the listeners.
Great, good to have you. Now, dental anxiety is a term used to describe fear, anxiety, or stress in a dental setting. Dental anxiety can be associated with certain triggers in the dental setting. Yes, now when dental anxiety is severe, it can cause persons to completely avoid going to the dentist, which can cause a host of dental and general health issues. Sounds like a whole heap, right? No,
hmm
we're gonna talk today. The first one, Chantal, for you is how can dental anxiety affect your oral health?
Okay, so like you stated earlier, dental anxiety can cause you to avoid going to the dentist. And we know that avoiding the dentist can result in the worsening of existing dental problems, and it also increases your risk for a greater need for emergency care, which is if you have pain or if you have an abscess or any other emergency situation like that. And it also causes you to be at a greater risk for having more complex and costly treatment. So if you have, like, let's say a cavity and you have not filled that cavity and you're afraid to come, that cavity gets worse, and then you have to spend a lot more money than just the money that was supposed to be used to fill it to now do something to save the tooth. Avoiding the dentist also, because of anxiety, can prevent you from actually dealing with that anxiety, so facing it head on and trying to get to the root of it, and it can also cause the anxiety to get worse.
Mm. And when we say dental anxiety in terms of causes, what are we talking about?
What causes the dental anxiety? It can be a number of things. It can be a past traumatic dental experience that you have had, or it can be related to any other healthcare situation. It can be other traumatic experiences that does not even include the dental office,
Mhm.
like, let's say, physical and sexual abuse, for instance. Generalized anxiety is also one. So if you already have anxiety, it can cause you to develop dental anxiety. Um, Depression is also one, or any other post traumatic stress disorder. The view that the mouth is a personal space also can be a problem for some people because they feel like this is very weird to have somebody invade your personal space. A fear of loss of control is also another one. Having general trust issues, and also any other anxiety associated with other conditions such as agoraphobia, which is a fear of being in situations where you cannot escape. Claustrophobia, which is also one where you feel like you're in an enclosed space, or any other obsessive compulsive disorder that views the dentist as a place that is unclean because they're constantly wondering, well, did this person sterilize this instrument, or is this a new disposable item that they're using on me? So it causes them to not focus on the treatment but focus on everything else that's happening around them.
Wow, wow, that's quite a lot, Chantal.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and in terms of those affected, are we all at risks? All at risk. So who can be affected by dental anxiety? Put it that way.
Okay. So dental anxiety is very common and it can affect people of all ages. This isn't something that I want to declare over my life, but I do suffer from dental anxiety. And I know you're probably wondering, well, she works in the dental office, so how can she be affected by dental
Mm.
anxiety? And my dental anxiety is actually not related to the dental office at all. So my anxiety is triggered from a previous healthcare situation, like I was saying earlier, as one of the causes. And when it starts to affect me, my breathing changes, my heart rate changes, and then I noticed with one of my past dental treatments that my hand started to fall asleep, and I was just like, okay, what's happening?
Wow.
But anybody can be affected, and it's not something that you want to be ashamed about. You just want to ensure that you talk to the dentist about it. Like with me, I ensure that I tell doc that, doc, this is triggering me, and she would know how to kind of deal with the appointment based on that. In most cases, though, children who have had bad dental experience, they can overcome their fear if the situation is managed properly. So you don't want to know that your child had a previous experience and then you keep them away from the dentist. You want to try to kind of temper the situation and try to bring them in and introduce it. Probably try a different office if you have to, so you don't want to keep them away from going to the dentist, because that is going to cause the anxiety to get worse, and then that's going to lead us back to avoiding the dentist, which is going to lead to another host of problems. But anxiety is more difficult to manage in adults than it is to manage in children.
Mm. And in terms of your recommendation, how can it be managed?
There are
What you
many
want to
ways.
say?
There are many ways to help people manage dental anxiety, and I think it's important for you to let your dentist know if you have any level of anxiety at all. Having that open discussion around the things that trigger your anxiety, it can help the dentist to tailor your dental treatment plan. Like I stated before with me, I let doc know that, hey, this is what is happening, and then she's able to know that, before the treatment starts, she gives me a little bit of time so that I'm able to breathe and just try to relax. So, and one of the coping techniques actually is deep breathing. So, if you've ever had a panic attack or an anxiety attack, you know that breathing in a paper bag, it helps to calm you down,
Mm-hmm.
right? Meditation is also one, so you can try something probably like yoga or something like that. I cannot do meditation. I'm all over the place, so I can't sit and, and do this breathing. I can't do it. But some persons can do it, and I think it's really good. Distraction also helps. So listening to your favorite kind of music, or if there's a TV screen in your dental office that you go to, you can ask them to probably put something on for you. And it's important to know that professional help is still something that we want to recommend. So referral to a psychologist is something that I definitely promote. So therapy can help you get to the root of your anxiety, because like I said, it doesn't have to be something that's in the office that's triggering you. It could be something from way in your childhood, or something, maybe my hair remind you of something else, or it can be absolutely anything.
Right.
But severe anxiety, though, it can be managed with medication such as Xanax or like Valium or something like that. Also, conscious sedation is something that can be used to manage it. And if it's extremely severe, like you're unable to cope during the dental treatment, then general anesthesia, is also another option, where they put you to sleep and do your dental treatment, and then you're not aware of what's going on. So you're not able to get anxious because you're asleep.
That's the big needle.
That's
Wow, I didn't know all these things. Wow.
yes, yes.
Wow, you learn something every day. All right.
Yes, you do. It's
Oh,
a lot to take in, but I just want to encourage everybody out there, whether it's dental anxiety or if it's just regular anxiety overall, that you want to ensure that you're tackling it. And for those who don't understand what a person goes through when they're having anxiety issues, it's just important to be aware and to know that it's not something that we are saying we want to happen. We don't want these things to happen, but it does happen, and it's something that can be very difficult to manage, and it can be something very on your own. It's very difficult to manage on your own. So just kind of be open and just kind of talk to people, and just be understanding of the fact that somebody's going through something that you don't understand, but you want to support them.
wonderful. A comment here from one of our listeners on Facebook says, a piece of my tooth broke last Friday, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
afraid of the dentist and I'm 52 years old.
Okay. So what I would do is I would come in for an exam or go to another office for an exam and feel them out. Just try to let the dentist have a look so that you know what your options are. You don't want to sit with something like a broken tooth, because if it's broken very badly, then that means the tooth is exposed, which means that it can be at a greater risk for a cavity, which is a risk for infection, and you don't want to end up waking up one day and you're having a swelling. So go in for an exam and have a talk with the dentist, feel them out, see if you're comfortable, and then you can go from there. You don't have to think about going ahead of yourself and saying, oh, the tooth needs to go, or, getting ahead of the treatment. Just have the discussion first.
Wonderful. Great. How can we find again, Chantal?
You can find us at 88 Barbican Road. That's Barbican Business Center, Unit 12. We are also online, so if you want to send us questions, you can also send us at Pure Smiles JA, and that's for Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can also give us a call at 798-7107 or 667-1694.
Awesome. Thanks, Chantal. All the best. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Shivani.
Thank you. Alrighty, folks. Chantal Virtues there, dental hygienist at Pure Smiles. Yes, anxiety is a big thing, Yeah, dental anxiety is a term used to describe fear, anxiety, or stress in a dental setting. Can be associated with certain triggers in the dental setting. I keep saying sitting, setting. When anxiety is severe, it can cause persons to completely avoid going to the dentist, which can cause a host of dental and general health issues. Give them a call today. Yeah, 876 798 7107. You're tuned to Love 101 FM, the family station. Catch you tomorrow for another interesting feature. Carlton Gradison says, wow, thank you for that information on Facebook Live. This one, is it? Yes. Another one says, thank you for the information. I'm in Montego Bay. Pauline Williamson on Facebook Live, thank you too. Also to Carol Francis, touching base. Yes, appreciate it. Yeah, this is what we do. We get the info and we share it with you. We learn something every day. You learn, I learn, we all learn. Yeah? Wonderful. Catch you tomorrow.